How's it going, everyone? My name is Isle, and I can't believe it. I've been casting so many games from IEM Katowice, and I have not cast a single game from this player. He is a really strong and I think very underrated Terran player. From South Korea, we have Bunny. His name might sound cute, but he's dangerous. He's going up against a living legend. It is none other than, also from South Korea, Classic. The map is altitude. I know if you're living in the northern hemisphere, you are almost getting ready to go into spring. I actually have no idea. It should be starting officially like soonish. According to my knowledge, at least it's, end of March. Because I'm in the southern hemisphere, so that's when we start going into winter. But yeah, so here's a little bit of snow for you in case you didn't get any. I don't know. I've very seldom seen this stuff. Like we get this thing that kind of looks like snow. I mean, I guess it is. And then we get really excited. We're like, it's snow. And then we realize we have no idea what to do about it because it's like, it's cold. I'm used to warm temperatures. Yeah. Here we kind of panic if it starts getting a little bit cold, and we don't know what to do with ourselves. All right, so Bunny versus Clem, nice little battle of two top level Korean players. Bunny, I think he's been a little bit quiet. He recently won a something. I want to say it was a super tournament, GSL super tournament. It wasn't an actual GSL, but he did go quite far in a couple of them. Am I right? I might be wrong. I'm remembering things wrong. It's Wednesday, let's be honest. It's almost weekend. It's like the brain is tired and I don't know. But yeah, Classic, he's won pretty much everything you can win. Absolutely awesome player. Likes to play a little bit tricky every now and then. We're going to see if he does something strange in this game. So far, everything is looking pretty normal for both players. Bunny's playing nice and defensive with his bunker, getting his factory. His second CC is on the way. Yeah, straightforward. Stargate looking. Stargate 4 Classic. Natural has also been taken. Now, standard openers. Ugh. Alright, we'll just run past each other, do nothing. There's a Marine in the bunker. This adept could be a little bit annoying. Bunny's just gonna put the SCVs in the bunker, just be like, hey, hide there. It's gonna lift up the depot. Yeah, nothing too major. Reaper's coming back to save the day. Alright, I'm just quickly, before the Reaper gets there, don't you think the Reaper's gonna be like burning his butt and stuff? Like, look at those flames. Those are some serious flames. So either that or his heels or something. Like, come on, you can't tell me that looks like that fire is touching his heels. Oh, wait, there's a StarCraft game going on. Ooh, it's a little game of hide and seek. Reaper and Hellion looking for the Adept, but the Adept manages to sneak away. Cyclone and Viking. It's going to be Phoenix play. Classic does enjoy his Phoenix play. Reaper gets in, shouldn't get too much damage done. Is going to try sidestep. Ooh. No, he's not going to get the worker, and the Reaper goes up in a blaze of glory. Well, kind of like a puff of failure. I don't know. Why the Viking opener? Now he's switching them around. Is he going to go for, what, Raven? Banshee? Please don't go... Okay, it's Raven. I was about to say, please don't go Banshee. Banshee against Phoenixes would not go down. Ah, yes. The casual 7 Marine walk across. I'm trying to figure out, does he expect to get something done with this? Third base is going to come up here for Classic. He's already got the Robo support, Robo Bay. What's the support? The support is from Brood War. Why did that come into my brain? Yeah, well. Immortal out. Raven is going to be popping out. There it is. That's going to keep Bunny nice and safe. The Raven, pretty good unit in general. Can do a little bit of harassment, which I think... No, it's not going to. But yeah, also detection, and it's got some decent spells to use against the Protoss army. So that's looking pretty good. Work account's pretty even. Do we have a third CC yet? No third CC. So it's triple barracks. Well, he started with barracks, factory, starport, then went into 2 more barracks. Now he's getting marauders and stim and combat shields. Everything looking fine so far. Run, Hellion, for your life. Ooh, you've been picked up. And goodbye. Another puff of disappointment. There comes the Colossus. Extended thermal lance on the way. Bunny's playing relatively passive. What is in there? Oh, it's a marauder. Upgrades. +1/+1. No, just +1 attack on the way for Bunny. So he's only got 1 Evo. Okay, now we're going to see the push across. No medevacs. Okay, there's 2 on the way. So they're going to join the army halfway through. Classic is still building Phoenixes. He's going for his Twilight at the same time. This is not a bad army from Bunny. I mean, he could deal some damage. That's the nice thing about having that Raven, right? Okay, so he should have seen that army. Can he see it?
SCV ready.
Yeah, SAV ready. He gets the scan off. He sees the entire army, knows what he's up against. Gonna try catch a little bit of the Phoenixes. More Colossus on the way. Lock on onto the Phoenix. And at this stage, they're kind of just like tiptoeing around each other, being like, I don't want to engage. Boom, there goes a Cyclone down and a mine. So far, 1-0 to Classic. The reinforcements are coming across. Spider mines. Why am I stuck on Brood War units? Like I spoke about playing remastered. Ooh, engagement here. Couple of disables go down on the Colossus. That means they are not helping out in this engagement, which means the Marines can have some good free access to damage. But the Colossus are about to come back. Yeah, there they are. So now Bunny's going to have to be a little bit careful again. Decent engagement there from Bunny. Yeah, supply lead looking very good. Protoss is not actually damaged yet, but yeah, good engagement there. Yeah, so I spoke about playing StarCraft Remastered. I haven't even downloaded it yet, so I have no idea why I'm thinking about StarCraft 1 units. No idea. But anyway, here we go. Altitude, a bit of an odd map because you got these Xel'Naga towers with the cooling towers. So in order to take the gold base, you got to break the cooling tower, which then destroys the Xel'Naga tower, but is then lying on there, so you got to break it again. I don't know. I think it was probably a nice idea, but it's kind of like, why? Ghosts already on the way. Bunny making the transition nice and early. Classic is going to go up into the Templar Archives. We'll see if he's just planning for some Archon support, or if he wants to go into Storm and some High Templar. Decent splash out so far. He's got his 3 Colossus. I would think that he might be better off going Disruptors. Because obviously High Templar are quite susceptible to Ghost and their EMPs. And Archons as well, for that matter. I mean, if an Archon loses its shield, it's got what, 5 HP? Yeah. It takes like someone to sneeze on it and then it dies. So he's got to be careful of that. Bunny is getting some Vikings out, getting ready to deal with that air army. Oh, well, the Colossus, not the air army. There is no air army. Upgrades. +1/+1 against +1 attacks for the Protoss. Ooh, drop coming in here at the back. A couple of Stalkers are being recalled into a bad position. A couple of probes go down. Here comes the Colossus. This army is going to be in a bit of trouble. No, the poor Marines. That's 5 workers that go down. Not too bad. But the Phoenixes are going to be chasing this down. At the same time, there is a bit of an engagement here, but the Zealots and 2 Immortals are going to be able to push this one back. Eek. Eek. Chasing them all the way back to the Terran base. The Marauders are nice, but yeah. Supply is still a little bit in favor of Bunny. Also 69 workers. Nice. 6 High Templar. Just being warped in here. All at the same time. It is going to be Archons. Yeah. Archons. I guess Archons are alright. I was just worried a bit about Archons when there's Ghosts out. And so far, I mean the Ghost count, it's only 5. But EMPs, pretty strong. Pretty darn strong. So, bunch of Zealots here ready to run by. Ooh, gonna pick off this mine that's for some reason walking in a strange direction. Gonna move the Terran army to this side. And at the same time, Protoss army is moving around the west side of the map. Gonna go up. Is spotted by a mine. Yeah, scan goes down. So Classic decides to turn around. He's still got a whole bunch of Zealots over here ready to do the run through. Or run by into the main base. Well, third base. That base. Decent spread of the depots here just to confuse the Zealots charge. Exactly like that. Reinforcements are here, so they're going to be able to get rid of these Zealots nice and quickly. Hang on, that's 7 workers that still go down, right? Was that all on the Zealots? Can't be. Yeah, it could be. Could be. It's a lot of workers going down. Classic is enjoying these run-bys. Getting decent damage done. Is that War Prism speed? Oh, that's an upgrade I don't see. And that one and the Observer speed research, they're very close to each other. More Zealot run-bys picking off a little bit of reinforcements. Going to make the Terran army turn around. At this stage, Classic is getting 3 Disruptors out at a time. Disruptors obviously very exciting unit. Couple of Zealots go into a War Prism. I like what these Zealots are doing. They just keep pulling Bunny to the left, to the right, making him go back so that he can't actually mount a decent attack. I was gonna say, that being said, yeah, this side of the Terran army is retreating once again. There is a Ghost that did get an EMP off, but now running from these Zealots. Oh, losing a Ghost, that's not ideal. These Zealots get dropped into the main base. A medevacs are loaded to try and get rid of them. At the same time, big warp in here into the natural. And, oh my goodness, things are happening all over the map. Here comes the Protoss army. Terran turns around, big EMPs. Those Archons go down. But the Zealots in the main and the natural are not yet dealt with. 14 SCVs are going down. So Classic has now taken a solid lead in the worker count. Finally, they are cleaned up. That's decent damage that got dealt. I think this is going to turn Bunny into a little bit of a desperate person. We have 6 Disruptors, and now we go into Liberated production for Bunny. Okay, here comes the Terran army. They're going to stand and stare at that Nexus for a bit. It's going to get cancelled. Bunny not going to risk it. He's not even going to bother to defend it. Couple more run-bys going through. 3 Zealots going to go into the natural, well, into the reinforcements. And on this side, Terran army. Oh, please tell me that was a big disrupted. I think it was. Let's go have a look. There's so many things happening. I don't quite know where to look. Alright, here we go. Protoss is going to engage. And Disruptor. Oh! That was double Disruptors on that army. And that's a lot of damage done. Bunny's still ahead in supply somehow. His army is decent. His worker count is not bad. Look at this brave Marauder. It's like, I'll take on the whole army by myself. Before deciding to stim and run away. How many Liberators do we have out so far? Only 2. But we have 4 producing at a time. Liberators decent to help zone those Disruptors. A little bit of a drop. Going to move around this side of the base. Of the map. Not base. EMPs go down. The Archons fall very quickly. This army has no shields. Oh, that's a big hit on the workers there by the Disruptor. Decent damage being dealt here. Boom. Disruptor is getting a lot of value. Terran army coming for a little bit of a flank here. Loses a couple of Liberators cheaply. Disruptors using again to zone the Terran army away. 24 workers going down there. Good little attack there by Classic, turning the tables, and the supply count is now in his favor. Where's that Terran drop? Did he turn it around? I think he did. This is a strong Protoss army. Strong ground Protoss army with tons of disruptors. Oh, decent. No. Oh, great splits there from Bunny. That's a lot of disruptors that go down. The Liberators are dealing massive damage here. I think Classic is still okay. Yeah, these Immortals, they are living up to their name. Army supply now 117 to 98. This has become a little bit of a scrappy game. Both players just taking engagements across the map. But look at that worker count, 75 to 48. Classic has so much more mining going. It's aiming a lot for minerals, so big mineral count, which means he can just keep warping in Zealots. And yeah, they've been showing some decent work here on the run-bys. So he's just going to keep doing that. Liberators are nice to try hold a defensive position, but I don't think they've been super effective. These Zealots are going to be picked up for cheap. Although that being said, on the other side here is a Warp Prism that's going to be hit by the missile turret. Disruptor, boom! That's 4 more workers. Oh, dodging with the ACVs. That's 8 more ACVs going down. He's not going to try to take on recalls just in time. That is a glorious recall. Terran army turns tail and runs back. Classic, I think, is doing really well. Bunny's not playing bad, but Classic is keeping him on the ropes. Normally, Bunny would like to have a lot more tempo in his favor. But yeah, he's just not able to get... Look how quick that Warp Prism is. Warp in. What do we have? Stalkers, Zealots in the main base. 2 empty medevacs come to do something. Liberators here. I worry for this. Oh, what am I? Be careful. Oh, at the same time, the rest of the Protoss army is on this side. Explodes the planetary. Pulls back again. War Prism. Ooh. War Prism is dead. 160 to supply to 128. Classic taking a firm hold on this game. He's getting his armor upgrades, his tier 3 armor upgrades he already has, plus 3 weapon upgrades. Bunny is on 3-3. And now Bunny's making a little bit of a push across the map. In terms of army supply, they're very close to even. It's 95 to 103. Okay, yeah. Bunny's going to get himself into a good position. And this is hard to push into. With those Liberators, the Stalkers are doing decent. But yeah, those Liberators are dealing a lot of damage. And with that range upgrade, it makes it so difficult to push into. Bunny being able to cut off this position means that he now is almost free. A couple of Zealots again to take this base. Decent hit. So many disruptors. How many does he have? 9! 9 disruptors. Oh, it's going to be a bit of a death drop into the main base here. Bunny, I think, could be clawing himself nicely back into this. He is in the infrastructure. This is going to make Classic go for an all-out push, run into the base trade. Classic has a bigger army. These Zealots are dealing a lot of damage. Liberator's going to siege up on this side. And yeah, we have a base trade. Couple of units, or at least 2 medevacs and a couple of Liberators going this way. Another drop on this side trying to get onto the Robos. And we see Protoss pushing into the main base. These Liberators are dealing a lot of damage. And yeah, this is great. It's a lot of Disruptors, but Disruptors can't shoot up. This is a crazy base race. I honestly don't know who's going to take this. Bunny is less spread out, but yeah, Terran units can fly. And because there's not too much air or anti-air, there's not much Classic can do about this. Oh my goodness. I don't know. What does he do? What does Classic do? He's still trying to get rid of these units. He's warping in a bunch more Stalkers now, trying to get rid of them. Worker counts are now both in shambles. The main base has kind of been disintegrated. These Liberators stopping anything from coming back. Bunny's going to keep pushing, getting rid of this base. Oh my goodness. Disruptor's getting rid of a bunch of workers here. Oh, the Liberators are dealing so much damage. 56 supply to 94. This base going down for Classic. This is indeed a race. Bunny doing the usual Terran thing of floating all his buildings away. Big recall to this base. Okay, so if these two armies had to clash, I think Classic is in a way better position. But economically, it's 17 workers versus 3. And look at this. What's going on? There's just... What? Oh, come on, Bunny. I don't think you can take this. Can you? I don't know. Boom. Liberators get taken out. Disruptor. No, nothing doing yet. Disruptor. 2 more Marines go down. 104 supply, 247. And this being kept in mind that Classic's infrastructure is still there. He still has a lot of his gateways. Disruptor's coming in for a flank. This is such a tiny army, Bunny. I know you're trying your best to pull something out of here, but I don't think you've got enough. Classic is now going to jump onto this. He's trying some fancy micro here. GG is called after a pretty intense base race. Classic pulls off the win.